Well, hello guys. I hope you're having a spooktacular October, pumpkin everything. I have a special treat for you, but before that, spooky video clips. I made a special trip to Ohio to a shop called Memento Mori. They specialize in oddities and curiosities, which is taxidermy, human bones, wet specimens. So if you dislike things like that, then this video is probably not for you. But for everyone else, here we go. Well, guys, we're starting off with Victorian hairwork. A lot of them are memorials that are framed, as you can see with this one. There's a picture of a past loved one, and I'm sure the hair that they used was the hair of the person that passed away. This person here, I know that I've seen this many times. It's an old medical photo of someone that had a disorder. We have Frankie and Phantom of the Opera. He has so many different unique things. I mean, you can spend so much time there. All of the dolls, lots of old Victorian portraits. We have a megalodon tooth, Sacred Heart, Spontaneous Combustible, the Munsters Go Home movie, and he has all of their signatures. Cicada. I think that may be a praying mantis. In the dollies, we have lots of ventriloquist dummies. Looks like an old carnival monkey. Casper. And a really weird Mickey Mouse with a skeleton face. That looks like the professor from Back to the Future. And we have Frankie again. That is an old Dracula booklet. I don't know if it's a program or what it is. We have an ostrich. And the shelving right next to it has a ton of wet specimens, which are really hard to kind of show on the camera. This had a bat in it. That is actually an old antique taxidermy. Kind of hard to discern heads or tails out of what you're looking at in the jars without really getting up close and personal, but there's a lot of like frogs and sharks and ducks and things like that. There's an antique memorial that is French. Then we have this very small, it was a hairwork, Victorian hairwork. I thought this was just crazy. He had actually gotten a lot of items from a place that closed down. It was an asylum, so there was a lot of paperwork and things of that nature that he brought back with him. Straight jackets, you name it. But that was an admittance to the insane asylum. Lots of awesome ephemera. There's another commitment of insanity. And these are, gosh, from 1870 something, from what I can read in one of them that I opened. Lots of comic books. We have Gene Simmons from Kiss. Ooh, and Houdini. Portrait of Houdini and his signature. And the Munsters. Another ventriloquist dummy. An old uniform. Looked like maybe something someone would have worn in some kind of military, or possibly, I don't even know, maybe a band. But look at all the taxidermy and the antique photos. Another gorgeous piece of Victorian hairwork. Honestly, I'm not sure about that doll. It's got its mouth open. We have another bat. This is an old one too, in a cloche that, is just the skeleton. And then some old medical plates of fish. We have Elvis the pelvis. Some more gorgeous Victorian hairwork. There's one of the straitjackets. He has it on a mannequin. Lots of old, medical tools and bottles of medicines. And it's an old cabinet. He was showing me these boxing gloves. They're child-sized boxing gloves, but they're Popeye. Another old medical cabinet with lots of different medical vials, surgical tools, things of that nature, all inside. Oh, and he had some mortician's makeups. I'm just trying to take it all in because it's covered from floor to ceiling with oddities and curiosities, and it's jam-packed in there, so you really have to look at, your nooks and every nook and cranny. Look at this model. It's all crackly and stuff. It looked like it was a child-sized mannequin and it was missing fingers. Another old memorial plaque, and it looks like it's a child, and he's on a horse. That is conjoined twins. I think it's a lamb. And that's another antique piece of taxidermy. And he was wanting to show me a recent piece that he actually got in. This is an old antique doll that was done by a slave, and he was just wanting to show me because he's going to actually try to repair and fix it. Lots of things to see, and I didn't quite get to show you as much as I'd like to, but I think maybe I got a little bit more this time. I think that's a giraffe. Honestly, I'm not sure. I still need a lot of education on this type of stuff. We have a lot of the, the death masks. That is from the Asylum too, Dr. Palmera. That is his old leather satchel that he used to carry. Crab. Another memorial. There was so much death in that era. I guess it was kind of, a lot more widely accepted and pieces made and displayed than it is today. Coffin handles, memorial. We have what looks like to be possibly a piranha, and then a lizard, maybe a pigeon. Those are the boxing gloves. Looks like a Shriner's hat, possibly. Starfish. And this cabinet is just awesome. It has all of those daguerreotypes and tintypes and CDVs and Gosh, look at these medical wax figures. I mean, those are really old and they're so expensive. But he had some really gorgeous jewelry, hairwork jewelry, bracelets, pocket watches, all that types of stuff. It was just really, really interesting to look at. Some more wax medical, and they used to make those off of real living people, you know, for people, medical students, and that to study and to refer to when it comes to disease. There's more. Apologize for the noise in the background, but I'm sitting outside as I am recording. I had to do a voiceover. Look at that medical wax figure. That's a little creepy. Some more hair work. It looks like they did the person's initial with the hair. This is an old carnival mask, but the hair on it is real hair. I think that is a fully articulated cat skeleton. I'm not sure. And that old amber bottle has its lead and opium. Old medical quackery. Violet ray. Those in the middle there, those are like headrests for people that do, you know, prepare the body for, you know, embalming and all that. That is a certificate for somebody who went to mortuary school. Lots of old Victorian photos. More hair work. He has lots and lots of hair work. And those things are so expensive, especially the ones that he has, because they're very intricate. I'd like to get my hands on one of those for sure. There's a large one. Barnum and Bailey. Looks like an old program. That's a trapdoor spider. Blech. Those were dolls that were handmade. Ooh, and the isopod. All those little legs. That one was giant, and that was another antique taxidermy piece. This guy, he just creeps me out. Every time I see him, he just creeps me out. I think he's a baboon. Lots of old books. Here we go with the human specimens. That is a real shrunken head. And my son was with me. This was his first trip to this place. He was fascinated by all of the odd stuff that he had. Just so many gorgeous pieces of Victorian hair work. Another monkey friend. Ouija board. Those guys are from the Wizard of Oz. And a goose. That was a sign from the hospital. An old wooden headstone. Turtle shells and teeth and doll heads. Well, guys, I hope you found that interesting. I always do every time I go. It seems like I always see something new that I haven't seen before. So, have a fantastic Spooktober. And until next time, guys, see you later.